Hello guys, season greetings, ho 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 and all that good stuff. Hope you guys are well. Welcome to the video. Okay guys, so Necromancer class, Shadow Lord, Abattoir Zir push build, okay? Super tanky guys, like super tanky. Doesn't take any super ultra rare uber uniques guys like Shake or anything like that. You would need to farm Jury a bit to get like the Flicker Steps and the Black River and all that, but all this stuff guys is quite easy to get, okay? So you don't have to worry about like trying to farm Shaker or Grandfather or anything like that, because this is absolutely disgusting. It's super tanky, and it's super fun, man. So yeah, guys, it's an Abattoir Zir build. For those that don't know, basically Blizzard added these extra dungeons to the game, and I'm already up to level 8, like easily on this build, even though my Glyph, the new Glyph guys, isn't even leveled up that much. It's level 5. I've already done Abattoir Zir 8 already, so I'm now grinding up my Glyph on this build, and it's so fun, guys. Working really well. Me and the guys on Twitch just sat down with the game over 4 or 5 hours. We just came up with this build, and so far it's working really well. Like, really well. Alright guys, so what we'll do, we'll go straight in, and we'll show you how to do the loop and all that, and go through all the stuff. Also guys, the description of this video is the stat guide, as usual, the build guide for all the roles, skills, etc, as always. Lovely! Right then guys, so let's go to, I've got a key here for Abattoir 6, yes? Let's go in. Show you the gameplay loop and all that. I won't do the full thing, we'll just do a quick summary, mechanics stuff and all that. But yeah, it's a damage over time build, guys, and it's just absolutely nuts. Super tanky, man. Capped armor, which you really need in Abattoirs here. And the gameplay loop is very simple. Okay, so it's basically a damage over time build. Right, here we go. First thing these do, guys, is the curse everything with the Crepify. Okay, just curse. And then you blood mist them. When you come out of Blood Mist, you now hit Bone Storm, Blight, and everything dies. Then you cast Tendrils as well to pull more mobs into the DoT, and you just see everything get absolutely annihilated. It's extremely strong. And when they oil your Bone Storms up, guys, it's giving you barrier as well. And also it's a Shadow Bone Storm as well, so it's giving you absolutely tons of damage and damage reduction, man. It's really good. Put some blights in, because it's all about ticking. Any mobs are outside, pull them in with your tendrils, and they die, guys. With Abattoir Zir, though, you want to be pushing to elites all the time, really. Teleport through all the monsters, guys, so proc your Flicker Snaps. And you want to teleport through monsters to activate the damage bonus as well, which comes from one of the vampire abilities. And you see, I'm just absolutely deleting this, you know? We're absolutely deleting this. Absolutely filthy. But you must curse first with the Crepify, because that's what sets your cooldowns, does your stun, and all that stuff. So I'm just running around like cursing like crazy. Blood Mist then. Get the DOTs on the floor. Bone Storm, few blights. And just watch everything get absolutely destroyed. It's really strong, guys. It's so good. So good. So let me pull it out and we'll go for all the gear. Well, no, but the rotation, as you see, is super easy, man. Super easy. It just does so much damage. It's so much damage, guys. Right, let's go for it. Right, guys. So let's do gear first, yeah. Actually, let me just go back to the Tree of Whispers, because I love the music at the Tree of Whispers. It sounds so good there, doesn't it? There we go. So now, right now, I'm in the process of leveling up my Glyph now by doing Abattoir Zir now, trying to get it up as high as I can so I can push further. But I reckon we can go up to at least 15 on this, guys. At least 15, maybe 16. Nice. Okay, guys, so gear, yeah? Okay, guys, so just normal helmet, okay? And you want to put on Blood Mist. Blood Mist triggers corpse explosion on surrounding corpses. When Blood Mist detonates a corpse, its cooldown is reduced by 0.5. Always get 0.5, yeah? Okay, so, yeah, this creates your corpses, guys, and detonates them for you, because Blood Mist on your bar here, you know, creates a corpse every 1 second, so it's creating corpses and just starting the chain, okay? It's really important. Chestplate, guys, I'm using Aspect of Disobedience for the armor buff, okay? So we'll be, once it's procs, we'll be hitting the armor cap in Abattoir Zir easily, and that way you've got your best defense. For gloves, guys, you use Ultimate Shadow. So basically what this does is it turns our Bone Storm into a shadow, into shadow damage over time. So that's another tick as well. You want as many ticks as possible from different shadow sources to proc your Shadow Blight, okay? And that's where the big damage comes from. Bone Storm now becomes a darkness skill. Brilliant. Then, guys, for legs, you want to be using Shielding Storm. Okay, so basically when you cast Bone Storm, it gives you a barrier. Okay, and we can pretty much keep this up all the time with the cooldown, which is absolutely amazing. We're not using the Gal aspect either on this one, so that way you don't have to worry about you know, it gobbled up all the corpses and we can't actually detonate them for the shadow damage. So, yeah, Bone Storm, guys, for the extra barrier, man. Brilliant. Flicker Steps, guys. Now, this item drops from... It can drop anywhere in the game, but your best bet is Juriel, okay? Kill Juriel, guys. Farm up those mats. Get your eggs from Varshan and your Shards of Agony from the Living Still boss from doing Helltide. And just keep spamming Juriel until you get your Flicker Steps drops. Now, hopefully you get ones that got 4 seconds on the cooldown. Each enemy you evade through reduces your active ultimate cooldown, so basically Bone Storm for us, by 4 seconds, up to 10 seconds, okay? So you evade through enemies, you get the cap, basically. It's absolutely fantastic. And it just helps you get the cooldown of Bone Storm much quicker, because this is your main survivability tool and also your DPS tool as well. It's really good. Lovely, guys. Black River, guys. Black River's amazing. Corpse Explosion consumes up to 4 additional corpses around the initial corpse, dealing up to 130% increased damage and with a 25% larger radius per additional corpse. Okay, so Black River, guys, DoT damage is absolutely insane. It's so strong. It also comes with crap ranks of corpse skills and huge flash shift as well, man. So it's absolutely bis. And again, guys, your best bet to farm this is from Juriel. Okay, so just do Juriel runs. These are not uber uniques. These are standard uniques. They drop very often from Juriel, guys. So just keep farming. You will get them. And like I said, they do drop in the normal world as well. Brilliant. Okay, guys. So let's go over to the amulet. Okay, I'm using the Blighted Aspect amulet. Imprinted, you deal 100 up to 180% increased damage for 6 seconds after the Shadow Blight key passive damages enemies 10 times. Now that passive is this here, so that's why we want as many sources of DoT as possible. So okay, we get the DoT from Bone Storm, we get one from Blight, and obviously Corpse Explosion as well. You know, so all these ticks is proccing that and makes our damage go through the roof. It's really strong. Absolutely brilliant, man. Lovely. Okay, guys, next ring is Blood-Soaked Ring. Blood Mist leaves a trail of desecrated ground that lasts for 4 seconds and deals blah damage, shadow damage per second to the enemies who stand in it. Your movement speed is no longer reduced while Blood Mist is active as well, which is really nice, okay? So we are using desecrated ground on the Paragon board. We'll go over that in a bit for the big damage bonus, okay? And it's just absolutely fantastic. This ring, guys, here, Ring of Sacrilegious, your best bet. It dropped anywhere in the world, but your best bet is Varshan, okay? Kill Varshan boss, and he will drop this for you quite often. Hopefully, guys, get one that's got 1 second on it, because that way it will detonate corpse for you every 1 second. And also torture doors automatically for the stun and slow CC and vulnerability every 8 seconds. Okay, it also comes with Lucky Hit, which is great. You want lots of Lucky Hit in this build to proc your Decrepify for cooldowns. Obviously, corpse skills. Mine's not quite right. I'm missing 1 corpse skills on this ring, and that's a lot of damage to be losing. So I'm currently trying to find a better sacrilegious ring at the moment. But yeah, Ring of Sacrilegious, guys, absolutely fantastic. Brilliant. Okay, guys, so let's do Vampire Powers next. Okay, guys, you want to use Metamorphosis, okay? When you evade, you become into a cloud of bats, basically. And they take blah damage, okay, which is great. This thing is amazing. Okay, makes you unstoppable as well, so you can't be stunned or CC'd and anything like that. But it also applies the Vampiric Curse. This is important because we want it to proc on Flowing Veins, okay? You deal 60% increased damage over time, perfect for this build, to enemies that are moving or afflicted by Vampiric Curse, okay? So, if you've got a stationary monster that's not moving, man, they're not going to take that damage bonus. So you just use Metamorphosis to teleport through them, and it will proc the Vampiric Curse on them. Okay, so that's why you can do it, just to make sure. I always do it just in case on bosses, to make sure that they are 100% buffed for Flowing Veins. Then, guys, Domination. You deal increased damage to enemies that are stunned, immobilized, frozen, or feared. They're also injured, and they're not elite, they're instantly killed, which is fantastic. We're stunning all the time with the DoT effects as well. We'll go over the skill tree in just a minute about that. Anticipation, guys. Your ultimate skills contain a 20% cooldown reduction. And also your ultimate skills deal extra damage increase to every nearby enemy affected by your damage over time effect. So we're getting more damage from that as well, from the DoTs and the ultimates. Really nice. Also, Flicker Steps have damage bonus for ultimate as well, so we get some damage from that, which is very nice. And then, guys, last but not least is Ravenous. Okay, Lucky Hit, chance to get up to a 20% chance to increase your attack speed by 40% of your total movement speed for 6 seconds. Okay, and I get the 50% bonus currency. And basically what this does, this just increases our attack power massively and makes us do even more damage. Lovely. So that's the Vampire Powers, guys, okay? Get those unlocked, make sure you get the right things here, make sure they're all completely active, and off you go. Well then, guys, up next is the Book of the Dead. Okay, so we are sacrificing Reapers, guys, with a 50% increased shadow damage. Okay, because it's just shadow builds, that's perfect there. Then mages, guys, sacrifice these guys here for the extra vulnerable damage as well, which is really nice. A bit more that buff there. And of course, guys, the Iron Golem sacrifice for the increased critical strike damage. For those that don't know, the passive here can actually crit and benefit from crit, CHD and vulnerable damage. Okay, that's why we use those particular effects. Brilliant. Okay, guys, skill tree, yeah? Let's quickly go up here. Nice and simple, guys. We have to take 2 points here, just unlock the second tree here. Max out your blight. Go down here, guys. And, sorry, not max out your blight, just 1 point in your blight. I've got 4 points here because we've got skills from gloves. Come down here, guys, and then we get an extra 15% damage to enemies. This is one of your DoTs that you can just stack on the targets, okay? Max out, guys, your huge flesh. You can create corpses of lucky hit. We've got a lot of lucky hits. That's going to happen a lot of time. Max out, guys, your blood mist. The higher your blood mist is, the faster the cooldown it goes, which is great. And they come up here. And then over here, guys, so it drops a corpse. This is very, very important because you need that initial corpse to make the detonations start going off, guys. And all those massive corpse explosions go off. Of course, guys, max out your corpse explosion. Go over to here for the radius buff. And then up here, guys, to turn it into a darkness skill. Again, you can see it's doing absolutely crazy damage already. 95,000 damage over 6 seconds. And the radius gets massive because of Black River. And because of the corpse explosion enhancement there as well. Just 1 point, guys, in Grim Harvest for the Essence Gem. We don't really need it that much, but max out your Fuel by Death, because as we're consuming corpses, we get an extra 15% damage buff here. I've got a little bit of buff here from a skill in my gear, which is good. Come down, guys, because we're close range, you want to max out Death's Embrace. Damage reduction and damage to close enemies. Brilliant. Max out Amplified Damage, guys, so as you curse enemies, you do increase damage to them as well. Then 1 point, guys, into Decrepify, which debuffs enemies' damage to you, which is really, really important. The first thing you want to cast is just curse the whole screen, guys. Just curse everything. Then, guys, also we get stun as well from Lucky Hit. That's why we've got so much Lucky Hit in this build. So it's proccing like crazy. Also, Shadow Ticks proc Lucky Hit like nuts, man. You just CC everything. It's great. And then, guys, the cooldown. Okay, so there's a 50% chance to reduce your active cooldowns by 1 second as well. So it's extremely important skill to have in your bar. Then, guys, come down here. Okay, max out Corpse Tendrils. Okay, because it will give you more cooldown on it, so you can spam it more and pulls them in. Does a 3-second stun, which is fantastic. A Snare Man, and of course vulnerability. Love Tendrils. Remember, this is going off automatically as well, and Corpse Explosion from Ring of Sacrilegious. But if all the monsters aren't dead, guys, you know, after your initial rotation, you can cast Tendrils just to pull everything into one more spot. You know, just get those stragglers into the DoTs and just blow them up. 1 point, guys, Reaper Pursuit. Max out Gloom, okay? You get the extra damage increase there. Unfortunately, on my amulet, I don't have Gloom on it, which would be Bis, but right now I've got Terror ranks, which ain't too bad. So, 50% increased shadow damage, that's slow chilled, or stunned and immobilized, etc., etc., okay? But if you can, on your amulet, get Gloom instead because it's better damage. Then, guys, very important, Crippling Darkness, always max this out. Okay, Darkness skills have a 50% chance to stun for 3 seconds on Lucky Hit. 3 seconds is a long time, guys, and just lets you annihilate everything in that shadow. That shadow AoE, so good, man. Love it. Then, guys, come down here. Obviously, Bone Storm, guys, so we get extra crit damage reduction as usual, man. From Bone Storm, it's such a great skill. It's absolutely awesome. You always want to pop this, man, after your rotation. So Blood Mist in, then Bone Storm. And then cast a couple of blights, get all the TOTs, and you just see the whole screen, that's great. Then, guys, of course, standalone for the extra damage reduction, because we're not using no pets. And then Memento Mooring, sacrificing both Skeletal Warriors and Skeletal Mages, increase their sacrifice of bonuses by 60%, man. So when we sacrifice pets, we get even more. And then, guys, of course, Shadow Blight key passive, man, with a big damage. And that is the skill tree. Right, guys, last thing, of course, is the Paragon board, okay? Right, let's go to the Paragon board. Me and the guys on stream went through this like 4 or 5 hours worth. Okay, guys, the first glyph you want to use, guys, of course, is Illumination, okay? Because this basically, consuming a corpse fortifies you for 4% of your maximum life and grants you a 4% damage reduction for 4 seconds. Perfect glyph to start off on the board for a corpse DoT Shadow Lord, boys, you know? So, boom. And look at that corpse skill damage, guys. Absolutely loads. Brilliant. Okay, guys, and we came up here and we got into the boards here, which is Flesh Eater. Now, Flesh Eater gives you an enormous damage buff. Because of Black River, we are proccing this all the time. Okay, so we've always got that 40% damage, guys, up all the time, which is really, really nice. And then, guys, obviously, you know, this is Abyssal Zia builds. I put in the new glyph in here, Tears of Blood. And I've just maxed out the radius in it so far. I might change it in the future. But right now, I've just maxed it out. Because look at the damage bonus. My glyph is only level 5 right now. level 5, and I'm getting a 91% damage increase because I've just maxed out all the nodes. So if we read this out quickly, for every 5 core skills stats purchased within range, you gain, at the moment at level 5, 2.8 or 0.8% increased damage. And then 50% bonus to all rare nodes within range. Bonus is increased by 10% every 10 levels, okay? So once I get my first 10 levels on this, it's going to bonus these rare nodes. So I'm going to get even more resistance, intelligence, and increased damage from that. And more damage to elites as well. You know, so that's really, really nice. Also, on this tree as well, look how many nodes are around this glyph. There is absolutely loads. It's literally probably the best one we can have, guys, for Tears of Blood, in my opinion, mate. There's just absolutely tons of nodes around. I just looked at it and was like, let's just fill it up. We'll just fill it up and get a big bonus, man. It's good. Lovely, guys. Then I went over right here, and we unlocked Wither. Wither is obviously the next best thing for damage on this, especially after a Flesh Eater. And Wither, guys, is fantastic. Your shadow damage over time effects have a 5% chance to deal 50% bonus damage each time they deal damage. This chance is increased by 1%, and bonus damage is increased by 4% for each 60 intelligence you have. It used to be willpower, but they changed it over. So my current chance now is 70% with 98%. Okay, so that's really, really nice. You know, so what I've done is on the Paragon board, I've tried to go to as many int nodes along the path as I could to max this bonus out as much as possible. Okay, so yeah, every 60 int, guys, boom, boom, boom. Obviously, if you use a potion as well, guys, you know, try and get something that's going to bonus that, or use what they called, the essence. What are they called? I'm gonna fuck what they called. Not essence. What are they called? I can't remember what they're called, guys. Not potions. The other one, man. You craft them at the potion guy. I can't remember what they're called off the top of my head. I'm having a senior moment. You know, incense. That's it, guys. Incense. yeah, using incense, man. And there's, I think, is it Chorus of War? I think I've already used that, so I can't see it. Yeah, using incense, man, and can give you basically some stats and make you do more damage and all that. Also, guys, for potion, use Gillian's Brew because it gives you lucky chance and HP, which is really good as well, by the way. Lovely, guys. So next glyph we use it over here is Darkness. Okay, now I was very, very on the wall about Darkness and some other glyphs and all that, but Darkness overall, because it's Abattoir Zir, we want to have the damage reduction, okay, because the monsters and then the bosses hit so hard. So I went for Darkness here in the end because we basically get damage reduction. Okay, whenever you and your minions deal shadow damage to an enemy, that enemy deals 2% reduced damage up to 10%, so you just get more tank. You know, so that's really, really nice. I was going to use Territorial, I think, but Territorial only works against monsters that are close, like right on top of you. So I just thought it'd be better to use Darkness instead. Lovely, guys. So an extra 85% shadow damage there as well. Fantastic. And then we went up here, guys, to the last board, okay, which is Scent of Death. With at least 2 corpses nearby, you gain a damage buff, damage reduction. With no corpses nearby, you gain 50% increased damage, so just gives that buff. Most of the time, the corpses, guys, are gone straight away, so most of the time we get the damage increase instead. And last glyph, guys, I went for, of course, was Desecration, okay, so we're doing Desecration from this here, okay, Blood-Soaked Ring. Blood Mist leaves a trail of desecrated ground, okay. So it's proccing this over here. We go all the way up here. There you go, Desecrated Ground. So, yeah, Desecrated Damage. For every 5 willpower purchased within range, Desecrated Ground deals 59.4 increased damage. So I'm on 641.5%, guys. And while you're standing in Desecrated Ground, you deal 15% increased shadow damage as well. So just stand inside it, guys, after Blood Mist. And just that's where you see just everything just get absolutely deleted. And there you go, guys. So we're done. So I've maxed out all the armor nodes. We've got loads and loads of damage to injured enemies as well. Okay, so once you get a monster to 35%, you're going to have way more damage against injured, especially those bosses. Just helps you kill the bosses a bit quicker. Got lots and lots of injured damage. And there you go, guys. That is the build. What do you guys think, man? Definitely give it a go. Like I said, it doesn't need any uber uniques. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Feel free to like and subscribe. Like I said, guys, there's a build guide in the description of the video as always. Thanks for watching, guys. Good luck on your Abattoir Zir pushes. See you in the next one. Season's Greens. GG. Good luck, guys. Good luck, man.